So I'm assuming Linux also. All right. We got our top 10 going on this week. Think of it now. It's our top 10 levels, areas, missions. This is single player only. We're probably going to do a top 10 in the future where it's our favorite maps and multiplayer stuff. But this is for levels of all time. And it's really hard to describe what a level is nowadays. Because if you play GTA, there's no level. It's all a map, you know? Or if you play, let's say, Call of Duty or something, they don't call them levels, they're missions. So, you know, single player missions, single player levels, whatever. So it's just hard to describe, but that's what we're going with. So I'm going to start off with my honorable mentions. I have a lot of honorable mentions, but I decided to do the ones that are all in a series. I am going to like say them together when I do the top 10. So, yeah. Adam Steiner's calling in.
Cool.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Sup?
Can I get in on this shit?
Yeah, why not?
Cool.
Curbs was thinking about calling in, but I guess he's not gonna.
Cause I fucking racked my brain trying to come up with a fucking list. This is some like tough shit. Trying to remember back 20 years.
I know.
Fucking hard.
That was the hardest thing, really. But I did a lot of work for this top 10, but I don't think it's the top 10 I did the most work. It's probably the like second place. But here, I'll do my honorable mentions really quick. And here's another reason why I did a lot of work for this one. It's because I have videos for fucking everything on my list.
Oh, snap.
Everything. So, my honorable mentions, this is Super Dodgeball, the final battle in the Nintendo game. It was just a game where you played dodgeball. But at the end, you played against yourself, and it was like, holy shit! And there was lightning and stuff, and it was pretty awesome. I love that game, Dodgeball. All right, this is Grand Theft Auto 4, and it is the 3-leaf clover mission where you robbed the bank and exploded the vault, and some guy had a gun, and there you go, you saw him, he just died. So that mission was awesome. Out of all of them, it's probably the one that stands out the most, except for the choice at the end. That's too obvious. My number... Oh, well, this is a number. Honorable mention still. Uncharted 2. Any parts with the train. There was 2 train parts, but I picked the one with the snow and the part where you fall over at the beginning there. It was a pretty cool mission, and it paid off at the end because you had to climb out of it, hanging off a cliff. It was pretty cool. Oh, jeez. Honorable mention still. This is Star Fox, the opening level. I just picked it because I played it so much. I love all of Star Fox, but, you know, every time you pop the game in, this is probably the level that you're going to play. So, Star Fox was awesome. And then my last honorable mention is from Super Mario World. It is Star Road. Star Road was pretty sweet because you had to unlock it, and there was a lot of secrets in this game. And this was probably not the coolest, but the levels were a lot of fun. So, there you go. That's all my honorable mentions. May, can you think of anything really
Nope.
quick? No? All right.
Sorry.
Okay, no, that's
Got
fine.
thrown into this.
Okay, that's good. Steiner, I'm assuming you have some maybe?
Pokemon.
Coming up with individual levels from games I had some serious difficulty with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's more so the names of the levels that I was trying to like come up with something. Like one of my favorite missions in a game called Jagged Alliance 2, it's a schoolhouse, but yet it's being taken over by the terrorists or whatever. So you can climb up on top of the roofs and stuff and snipe them and stuff. I just remember like trying to set up stuff and ambush them and shit. I just remember it being a lot of fun. That's the only one I can really think of outside of the ones that I picked for my actual list.
So here's how I'm going to do my top 10. Okay, so my top 10, I have a lot of levels that I picked more than one, but I picked one. So I'm just going to mention the ones that I omitted, and then I will go and lead into my actual numbers. So my number 10 is from Super Mario 64. I had a hard time picking between this one and Bob-omb Battlefield, which is the very first level. That just stands out in my mind a lot, and I did love it a lot. But my actual number 10 is Cool Mountain, and this is the second level that you get in the game. And it was just really sweet because it took place in the snow, and you got to race against a penguin down a slide. That was a lot of fun. There was a snowman that was missing his head, and you had to go get it. Yeah, there's just a lot of fun stuff about Mario 64 in general. But out of all the levels, I think this is the one that stands out the most. The music was good. Like right here, you're sliding with a big giant snowman's head, and yeah, this level was just a lot of fun. So that's my number 10 from Super Mario 64. How about you, Steiner?
Shit, I just got a couple honorable mentions.
Okay.
Crash Bandicoot.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it would be the first level that you're being chased by the big fucking stone.
Okay, yeah.
It's rolling down onto you. That I remember having a lot of fun with and getting really pissed off, and then it was so satisfying once I actually knew what the fuck to do.
Yeah, that level was cool because it kind of like changed up the game. You
Right.
were running towards the camera.
So my number 10 is the Temple from Fallout 2. It's the first level. You come in after making your character. You come in and you're thrown into this universe that you have no fucking clue what's going on, but yet these ants, giant ants and rad scorpions keep attacking you for some fucking reason, and to be able to get out of there alive without knowing what the fuck you're doing is pretty damn hard. And it's just kind of starting off that whole story arc of awesome, fun shit that Fallout 2 is.
I wish I could talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. My number 9, pretty obvious. Like, it's from Sonic 2. I really liked Emerald Hill, but it did not compare to my number 9, which is the bonus levels from that game. Let's see. Let me blow this up a little bit. All right. And yeah, the bonus levels were just a lot of fun. You were running outside of the screen, and it was 3D. And you were like in a half pipe collecting coins and getting hit by spikes and all that good stuff. And this is where you got the emerald, the Chaos Emerald, sorry. And yeah, I just remember having a blast with this. It was fun to play 2 players, but also not fun because it became a contest of just you trying to be in front, trying to get the coins. So it would just be a lot of jumping over each other and fucking each other over instead of like actually teaming up and trying to get all the coins. But
it wasn't combined.
I don't think it was because the whole 2-player mode was like competitive. Like it was like you finish a level first. It wasn't the same thing as it's not like you were doing the story mode.
Right.
It was just its own thing.
Okay.
You could not play all the levels in 2-player modes as well. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I really did like it, and Tails was pretty worthless in this. He would always fuck you over and get hit by the spikes and stuff. But yeah, that's my number 9. It was really sweet.
May's not doing a list, I'm assuming?
No.
No.
I
Sorry,
asked
didn't
her. I
prepare.
asked her to come here last second because Curbs today was like, I can't make it. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
My number 9 is, I believe, this is the correct one. It's Donut Ghost House from Super Mario World. It's the first one. I just remember when I got this game at launch and everything, so I'm like, fucking, like, Super Mario for the fucking win, let's go. And then just playing through the Ghost House, I just remember it being like something I've never seen before or fucking experienced almost at the time, being like 10 years old or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I just remember having a lot of fun with that game in general, and the ghost houses are typically what stuck out for me for most of my memories. So yeah, that's my number 9.
Yeah, they stick out to me as being like an asshole to do sometimes.
Yeah, like the way I kind of took this whole list is like that. Well, the way I remember things, I guess, is what was the most satisfying once I actually did it.
Mm-hmm.
Once I actually figured out what the hell I needed to do to actually beat it. That's kind of then what sticks in my mind.
I think I only
most
have.
memorable.
I think I only have one level that's like that in my list.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
All right, my number 8, really quick. It's from Crash Bandicoot, so I'm going to bring up some of the ones that I liked beside this one. In the first one, where you got to ride the hog, that was a cool level. And then in Crash Bandicoot 3, you had a couple levels where you were riding a motorcycle or a jet ski as Coco, and those 2 levels are pretty sweet as well. But my number 8 is called Midnight Run, and it's the one where you play as Coco and you're riding a tiger. Just a lot of fun. We took place on the Great Wall of China, and there's like workers building it and stuff, and you could jump off some guys covering themselves for some reason with like a piece of wood. I don't know. It was just a lot of fun and challenging, and yeah, that's what I can remember from it. Really, it was hard and it was fun when you got to finish it, and that's what I liked about the third one. There's just so many levels that just played like no other levels in the game. So yeah, there you go. That's my number 8.
Okay. My number 8 is from a little game called Shadow of the Colossus. I believe it's Phalanx. It's the big flying stingray looking thing. It was just stupid, and that game is just awesome. Like, it's just the level is the boss. So you spend like 25, 30 an hour trying to kill the one fucking creature, the one boss. And they just figuring it out and trying to comprehend on why you just died and what you had to do to not die the next time. It's just so rewarding once you actually figure it out and then able to get the timing down to do it. I just play Shadow of the Colossus. That's most like that. That was almost my entire top 10. I'm like looking at it and go, okay, I can't do it all from one fucking game.
Sure.
Well, technically it was 2. I was looking
You
at
can
2
do it.
games, and I'm like, okay, they can't be from these 2 games.
Well, when I get to my number 1, I could have definitely made a list that was just my number 1.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have the same number 1. I have pretty
What?
good.
I don't think we do.
No?
No.
Okay.
Is it Super Mario Bros?
No.
Okay, then
Okay,
I don't have that either.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right. My number 7 is actually from God of War, Gears of War 2, and it's
What?
it's,
Which one?
it's fucking insane. This was the most insane thing ever on the Xbox 360 ever, and it's the level where you were in the worm, inside the rift worm. You remember that?
Yeah.
You got eaten up by a worm, and then you killed it from the inside.
And what's his name?
Isn't- Oh, Carmine.
died from
Yeah.
acid.
Yep.
Oh, poor Carmine.
Hey, he lived in the third one.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he didn't live. His
Well,
bro.
Well, it's his brothers.
Yeah.
There's the 5 brothers or whatever, and they keep
Yeah.
dying.
So
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I-
This
I
one was
just-
pretty cool, actually.
What's
Yeah,
up,
I don't
Steiner?
remember. Like, the only thing, was this the one that they found Dom's wife?
No,
No,
no.
no, no.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Oh,
it
wait.
is. Yep. Yes, the second one is Dom's
That's
wife.
the only thing I remember from this game.
Yeah, that part was pretty cool too.
This one was pretty easy, killing this worm from the inside.
Oh yeah. It wasn't because it didn't really put up a fight. You just had to cut a bunch of its arteries. So I'm gonna fast forward to where it dies. There you go. We just cut. Oh no, there you go. What? They just fell out. Sorry, I went too far there. So we're gonna cut it open, and the ringworms all like, I'm all bleeding from the inside. And then they chainsaw themselves out. Yeah, no, the second one, I think this should have been the ending. Because the ending of the second one was just like, I'm flying in a helicopter. I'm going to shoot my, what were those called? The rays that came from the sky. Do you remember?
I don't know.
The dark, no,
The Dawn of
The
Light.
thrill-
Dawn of Light.
Was that what it was? Yeah, something
Yeah,
like that.
Dawn of Light. Or Dawn of something.
Yeah, Dawn of something. So that's how that game ended, and I thought this was right up till the end too. This was really
I
close.
definitely thought the first one overall was a better game.
Oh, I totally disagree.
Really?
I thought that they got better progressively, except for the multiplayer in the second one was terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my
Never
number
played the
7.
Okay. My number 7 is complete ripoff of Bruce Lee. It is Dragon Chan from Super Punch-Out for the Super Nintendo. Again, this is one of those things of like, I remember this guy kicking my ass time and time and time again until I figure out what the fuck his kick was.
Mm-hmm.
Like he jumped from fucking ring post to ring post, and it was just a timing to when to duck. And once I figured that out, I just beat the living shit out of that little Chinaman, and it just had so much like inner strength after that. It was fucking awesome.
I thought that I for some reason I remember blocking his kicks.
You could,
Yeah.
but it still took off like half your health.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no, I do remember
If you
struggling
dodge,
a
you
lot
could do a
with that
super
guy.
punch and like knock him out.
Because for some reason I remember dodging him and then him just continuously kicking me over and over until he actually got me. That's why I was blocking. Anyways,
Yeah,
I finally got through him, but Jesus. Yeah.
yeah.
He was the hardest one up to that point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like the second or third hardest in the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Definitely hard. Talk about hard stuff. Oh, no, damn. Can't do that because it's not that right number. But no, my number 6 is from Final Fantasy VII, and it is the Gold Saucer area. If has anybody played Final Fantasy VII here?
Yeah.
Not that far.
Okay. Well, this is like the theme park.
It's only Final Fantasy I played.
Oh,
First of all, we're talking like 20 years ago, and a game that I may have played 10 hours of.
so this is the theme park. It's just where you play all the mini games from the actual game, and there's some mini games that are exclusive to the theme park as well. So like you can ride a roller coaster where you shoot lasers at balloons and you pop the balloons. That was fun. And then
Man, I don't remember the chocobo races.
the
and
chocobo races, the snowboarding. There was the submarine part.
Isn't there like a slot something? No.
No,
I don't know,
there-
something with gambling that's not the chocobo racing.
There's there is some gambling, but I don't remember what it was. You could fight in there too, and you would win money and stuff.
Maybe it'll say.
There was like the arm wrestling machine
Oh,
where you could arm wrestle with a virtual guy. One of them looked like Zangief.
How many hours did you spend on this?
A lot,
Yeah.
a lot. Because every time, like this game was hardcore, man, on my heart. I was like,
Really?
oh god, Sephiroth is gonna kill me at the end. Oh shit, and like Eris dying and all that stuff. Yeah, and like the world's gonna explode
Were
because
you one
an
of those
asteroid's
guys who
gonna hit it.
cried?
No.
Showcase Chocobo Square. What? Oh, no, I can't even remember.
Oh, there's
Battle
the ghost.
the Battle Square.
Yeah, there's the ghost house.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was just a really fun place to go when you did not want to fight and save the world. That was my distraction in that game. So I this is the roller coaster part. I don't know if he actually goes into it. That's the battle square. Look, everybody's dead.
Isn't-
Sephiroth. Oh, that's right. There was totally story elements in the park too when you first went there.
Did you level up? You could level up your things in the Battle Square, right?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
I
never
don't think
mind.
so. Because when you died, you didn't actually die.
I see.
Yeah.
Because I thought I spent a lot of time in
this
the
is
Battle Square for
afterwards.
for some reason.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, and then they kick you out, and then you land in this little weird place, and you had to figure out how to get out. That was the worst, because it was like kind of like solving a puzzle. You need to figure out what direction to go in, because it just looked like a huge desert that you couldn't get out of, and it took me forever to get out of there. But yeah, goddamn.
Did you? I think I ask this every time, but did you finish? Like, did you 100%?
Yes.
This?
Yep.
So you beat like Emerald and what's it? Diamond. I don't know the dragons. Not the dragons, but the thing. The big thing underneath the water and.
Yes, I got everything.
Okay, I
Yep.
think I still have to finish this. It's taking me like forever to finish this game.
I got everything, and all my characters were all at 100. So when I got to Sephiroth, it was really easy. It was just doing the moves and then him dying. Yeah, all right, there you go. That's my number 6.
My number 6 is from a handheld. Up before this, the last handheld game I played was probably Pokemon Yellow. And the game is God of War Chains Olympus, and it's essentially the opening level, so the Basilisk. So it's pretty much the entire levels, like you progress as you go through it, you keep fighting the Basilisk until you have the final encounter. I just remember thinking like, holy fuck, how the fuck am I playing this in my hands at the time? And
Yes.
it's just holy shit. It was fucking God of War 2 on the handheld. The graphics weren't quite as good, but they were still fucking amazing. And just like, holy shit, that game was just so much
Chains
fun.
the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ghost of Olympius, is that the second?
Ghost of
Ghost of
Olympus
something. Yeah.
was another one. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one was also awesome.
Where's
Yeah.
my PS2?
In a box somewhere. I don't know. I'm assuming you want to play God of War or something then?
Yeah, like yeah. And yeah.
Yeah.
Well, talk about God of War, man. The opening level in the new one, I'm forgetting the name for some reason. The prequel to everything.
Yeah.
That level was awesome. You had like a big, huge monster like rotating stuff and like shaking you around inside a house and stuff. It was really cool. Anyways, yeah.
Well, yeah. So that was my number 6.
All right. My number 5, really quickly, it's from Battletoads, but before I get onto it, Surf City. I just want to mention that. That's a level where you got to surf, and it was awesome. And this level is kind of similar, except for surfing, you're riding cars or go-karts, if you will, whatever you want to call it. It's the third level in the game. It's called Turbo Tunnels. You got this little section at the beginning where you're fighting some rats, and then also there's some space invaders that show up for some reason and steal your health. That was weird, but cool, I guess. And then you actually got to the part where you were racing in the go-karts, and a lot of people actually hated this part and said it was impossible, and a lot of people actually quit after the third level. I still know people to this day that can't finish it, and I finished this game once by cheating, and I used some save states. I've never finished it. I got to the, I think the 4th to last level or 3rd to last and never beat it. But this level is really sweet, and playing it 2 players is terrible because you'll never finish it. Never. And it was just a lot of fun and memorizing all the track, and really that's the part you just got to do. You just got to memorize everything, and you'll get through it eventually if you have a memory. If not, then sorry. Like, look here, I'll go right to the end, and you'll see how freaking fast it gets. Here, this is the last part. The 5th wall at the bottom has a warp zone. I don't know if you saw it. There's like something blinking at the 5th wall at the bottom. And yeah, it just got super fast, and people got really,
Fucked up.
yeah, they could not do it. So, oh god, no. My number 4 was just ruined a little bit. That's okay though. So that's my number 5. That's my number 5.
My number 5 is again from Shadow of the Colossus, because this game rocks so fucking awesome. It is Argos. Argos is just looks a lot like a human-ish type thing, just big monstrous like 12-story building that you have to climb up and fucking stab them in a bunch of places, and like just play this game. Just, oh my god, just such a great fucking game, and just the way they make that, like, it is only that, like, that's the level, that's the boss, it's all in one. Boss fights are always typically the best, what people typically remember of being the best parts of the game, and that's all this game is just boss fight after boss fight after boss fight after boss fight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my number 5.
All right. My number 4, honorable mention to Super Mario Bros. 3, where you got the Karibo shoe and got to jump around in that shoe and stomp on Goombas and stuff. That was a cool moment in that game. But the giant world in Super Mario Bros. 3 is my number 4, only because of how awesome it was. I really liked this game. There's nothing wrong with this game. I could play it all day, but when I first went to this world and everything was giant, it was unbelievable. Literally everything's huge, and except that hill. That hill looks like the same size, but it was awesome. So I can't say anything else except just like, look at it. Everything's big, and it was awesome. So yeah.
That's what she said.
Yes, sure. That's all.
That is what she said.
That's literally all I can say though, because it really just shows off itself. You can look at it and go like, that's freaking awesome. So there you go. Giant World. That's my number 4.
My number 4. Now this is kind of where I cheated, because it's well, I'll just say it's Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid. it's just kind of one of the points that I remember so vividly from that game is just fighting a fucking invisible ninja. Like, how the hell are you supposed to do that?
And it's really hard to like say like this level
Exactly.
without saying a
And that's
boss.
kind of like, it's just that general area in that instance within the game.
Like the hallway before you got to fight him. Insane.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like, yeah, another game that if you have not played, you should definitely play.
Did you ever have a list of like hardest bosses? Because when you asked about,
I don't
top
think we
10
did top
levels-
10 bosses yet.
Okay.
No.
Because I was gonna say like the only thing that could come to mind was either, the Pokemon level with the psychic
No,
levels.
I definitely have a few top 10s waiting in the wind.
Okay.
Yes,
And
that's
then I
one
was
of
gonna
them.
another one is like Ninja Gaiden Black, like the last boss. But that's like the last boss. That's a boss.
Black?
Yeah.
the-
Or
the-
Sigma. I don't know. It was
Black
one
and
of those.
Sigma. Is it the first game?
Yes.
Okay. The last boss is the first boss,
Yes.
right? Okay. All
Yes.
right. Okay. My number 3 is from Metal Gear Solid 4, but I'm just going to raffle off some other Metal Gear levels that I omitted in favor of this one. The Psycho Mantis part in the first game, really awesome. Got to switch your controller ports so that he couldn't read your mind. He was like, I don't know what's happening. You could also destroy some statues around him, and that would also wreck his mind reading ability. Those are 2 ways to do it, but everything before leading up to that, like the part where you saw a guy peeing in the bathroom and then you could kick his ass. That's pretty funny. And you got to see Meryl in her underwear again for the second time. So, okay, there you go. That's that part. And then the final battle from Metal Gear Solid 4 just brought back a lot of memories. And like they brought back the power bars from the first game and the second game and the third game. It was pretty awesome, that last part. But my actual number 3 is Shadow Moses from the fourth game. And I don't know what's going on. Go to the video. There you go. All right. So right there, like when he looked like he did in the PS1 game and he became real again to the fourth game, I was just mind blown. And then he went to go play in the area that the first game was in. And that was just awesome as well.
You just missed the whole thing, though, did you not?
What of him? Yeah.
So you just woke up.
He just woke up. I only got the wake up part.
Oh.
That's fine though. Yeah. So you got to play it in the PS1 as well. Just that,
Yes.
just a little part with the
Well,
heliport.
the level is actually a bit different. But
Yes,
yeah.
yes, just a little bit. I can't really say much about it because if you didn't play the first game, you're not going to relate to this at all. So, yeah, when you went back to Shadow Moses, it was just sweet to see like how it changed a little bit. I guess more snow. So there you go. That's my number 3.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember actually, like at first, I guess it was the first game I played on a 360 or PS3 remote in a long time. So when I was doing the throwback to Metal Gear Solid, I got my ass kicked horribly. And then yeah, I kind of raged a little bit because I just hadn't used a PlayStation remote in such a long time.
Surveillance camera isn't working anymore. Sad camera.
And then it falls.
Yep.
Okay, so my number 3 is from a little game, which is not really a little game. God of War 3. It's actually the opening level, say. It's when you're climbing up Gaia as you're climbing up Mount Olympus. And then Poseidon comes out and releases the Kraken and blah, blah, blah. And just some crazy, fucked up fighting as you're climbing up something that's climbing up something while fighting, while then getting ripped off. And yeah, it is just the opening scene. And I think that's actually one of the best parts of the entire fucking game. If not the entire series. I guess there's a couple of good moments in 2, but that's the Gaia fight just sticks out to me as just being a shit ton of fun.
I am honestly looking forward to your number 1 because I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And you were like, we'll have the same one. I don't.
Well, you actually mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm actually incredibly surprised that it's not yours, or at
Okay.
least your number 2. But yeah,
All right.
so that was my number 3.
My number 2, really quick, some levels that I omitted in favor of this one from the same series. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in 2X specifically, the hangar, the very first level in the game. THPS 2X was the Xbox version of the second game, but it came out like a year later or so, and it had a lot of bonus stuff in it, and the levels were slightly changed. So the hangar, if you remember, you roll down, and then there you go, you're in the hangar. But before you actually roll down in the Xbox version, there's a whole new room up there, and it was pretty sweet. So specifically that version of the hangar. Then you have a couple levels from the third game that I really liked. The cruise ship was really sweet. You could basically combo forever on that level if you were good at keeping your balance and stuff. And then Los Angeles was really sweet too, because there was an earthquake and it changed the level dramatically. And that level was pretty sweet. So my actual number 2 though is the level called Alcatraz from the fourth game. It may not be the best level in the series, but there's just so much stuff from it that sticks out in my mind, like sketching on this car all the way up the island. And then you also had a Bam Margera specific mission in this game, where you rode in a shopping cart all the way down the hill, and you had to not crash and like do slalom in a certain amount of time. So yeah, this is where like you could see the beginning of Underground coming.
Yeah, so this
coming
was
out.
the first open. Oh, I use open in quotes to quotations or whatever. Open world game that they had.
No, they only did one open world game. Oh no!
No, they didn't. They did like 6 of them.
No, so American Wasteland was the first open world game.
Well, there was Underground was an open world.
No, Underground was levels. Underground had Vancouver in it, and it had a bunch of other
Okay,
stuff.
maybe I'm not. Okay, well, I mean, it's the point that you can get off the skateboard, run around, get quests.
Yeah. Okay, so Thug was the first game you could get off.
Okay, here's
Yes.
the idea. I could set up a ramp over the
Yes. What are you laughing at?
No, it's
Oh.
my allergies.
Oh no. Sorry
Nah.
about your allergies. All right. I don't know if there's the shopping cart mission in this level in this video. Let's look at it. No. Oh yeah, like you had this full pipe that you launched yourself into a target into the water. It was just, yeah, this level just had a lot of stuff that I remember, and even just playing it without the missions, a lot of memorable lines and stuff you could do in this level. So there you go. That's my number 2, Alcatraz.
Okay. My level, or my number 2 for my top 10 levels and missions and or what the hell ever is Vermeer. Anyone know that name from what game that would be?
Off the top of my head, no.
May?
No.
Mass
What?
Effect.
Okay, well that's probably why I still have not played Mass Effect.
Oh, what? You haven't played Mass Effect?
Yeah. And I know you got it for me too.
No, that was Mass Effect 2.
Oh, okay, okay. I
You
know
still
I
haven't
have
played
I have
Mass
both.
Effect?
This is correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a list and it's like up to here. I'm 5'4", so it's up there.
Oh, well, Vermeer is the mission that you... Essentially, at the beginning of the mission, you have to talk down one of your allies or he freaks out and you have to kill him.
Dang.
And then after that, you then raid a science/military installation, which then ends up explaining a huge portion of what the fuck is going on. And then from that, you then have to set off a nuke to destroy the installation, because it's the science crap they're trying to do is they're trying to fix the genophage for the Krogan, which, while having the Krogan on the Reaper's side would not be good. So you put down a nuke, and then you have to decide on, do you want to save Ashley or do you want to save Carthonasi, which I can't remember what the fuck his name is in the actual game of Mass Effect. So you essentially leave someone there to die in a nuclear explosion. Now, if that's not fucking badass, I don't know what is.
To be fair, if there's one way I would want to die, it's probably nuclear explosion.
Yeah. But like it's just
That's one way I would not want to survive.
Yeah,
just saying.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. But just the choices you get to make in that level, just and what you find out throughout it, that you find what a Reaper is, that it's an AI, and that it's just there's so much that happens in that one level area that just holy fuck.
Isn't that all of Mass Effect though? Like it just rings your emotions through the fucking gauntlet.
I wouldn't say so much. Well,
I mean, that's what I hear.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, nuclear explosions that'll cause somebody to
It's
get
just, like
you
the
know.
whole just the whole build up to meeting the Reaper was just fucking awesome. Like that's got to be one of the best paced games I have ever played.
All right.
How long would you say Mass Effect is?
Long.
Well, how long do you want it to be? Because Mass Effect is the actual open world or open universe one, so you really get to fly around and do it. Like it's anywhere between 30 hours and 90 hours.
Dang. All right. I'll wait until it comes out.
It's
on
definitely
two.
the longest of the three.
I'll wait until I can port it to a portable device. That's what I do with MMO. Oh, sorry, not MMOs, RPGs or whatever. That I did not play Final Fantasy VII until I was able to play it on my PSP.
All right. Let's go to our number ones. So mine is from Mega Man. I mean, that's probably my
Yeah, I'm
favorite.
not too surprised from
Surprise,
that.
surprise, shocker.
So my problem with this though is that I had way too many. So I just
Yeah.
narrowed it down to 3, and it's from the third game, ironically, that I narrowed it down from.
Snake Man?
No.
No.
So actually, well, Hard Man is one of the levels I liked a lot too. So that's an honorable mention from that series. And then Magnet Man, really close second. I really did like Magnet Man, like the part at the beginning where the magnets like lifted you up in the sky and you could like go with it. And Proto Man was in that level too. Pretty sweet. Anyways, yeah, no, my number one is Snake Man.
Yeah.
How the hell? What? How did you even know that?
That's the only Mega Man I really played.
Oh, okay.
Was 3. 3 and 5 were the only 2 that I actually had, and 3 was the only one I really played.
I think 3 had the best levels.
I had definitely the best music.
The best music, yes, that too. But it had the most variety in its levels compared to the other ones. I thought,
Yeah.
like the other ones was like, oh, here's a wooden area, here's
No,
an
I
ice
actually
area.
played this when it was new, so
Yes.
like I haven't played it since that point. So yeah, I'm
Ugh.
trying to remember back fucking 20 years,
and
if not more than that.
and you had all these awesome snake things that shot at you, and then
I remember this.
this huge snake thing, and then not only that, but you were also riding clouds in the sky at one point. Just a really sweet level. Yeah, the third one's just the most original in my mind before it went to shit with 4. Not that 4 is a terrible game. It's just third is where the NES series peaked, in my opinion. There's no bullshit charge shot in this game. They added the slide, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the slide.
So, yeah. I don't know. I could say all the third game, because there's a lot of cool stuff in the third game. But Snake Man, that's my number 1.
Yeah, you already mentioned it. You didn't actually pick it for your choice. I think it was your number 5. Psycho Mantis.
Oh, okay.
I think you were that. I don't know. It was part of your Metal Gear whatever. So just I think like that was one of the first games I played on my PS1 or fucking PlayStation.
Yes.
That and Resident Evil. Those were the 2 games that I played the living hell out of. I was trying to think of something for Resident Evil for some sort of level or boss, and the only thing I could really come up is the mansion because, well, that's the entire fucking game.
Yes.
So I just thought of going with Psycho Mantis because I just remember my mind being fucking blown. Like, just absolutely blown fucking apart when the fucking general comes on, or colonel. Is it a general? He's a general or colonel?
I think Colonel.
Colonel. And it says, like, try doing this. I'm like, wait, what? the fuck is going on? You're giving how the fuck do you know I'm dying? What the fuck is going on? And that was just like, okay, I'm a gamer for life. Like that was I'm pretty sure like that is the exact point in time where I realized I'm gonna be playing games for the rest of my fucking life because of that.
And didn't the Psycho Mantis fight have like 2 other fights sandwiched outside of it? What wasn't the tank battle right before that, and then Sniper Wolf right after? I might be remembering the part before, but I know Sniper Wolf is literally right after.
Yeah.
I forget if
Is it the tank or is it the helicopter? Or is it a helicopter later?
No,
on?
no. The helicopter is when you climb the tower where
Yeah.
Sniper Wolf is shooting you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I just remember a string of boss battles.
Yeah, no, well,
Yeah.
that whole fucking game, they just, holy shit.
Yeah. The part where you needed 3 key cards, but it was actually 1.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Yeah, that game was awesome.
Yeah, so that's my number 1.
So there